my ladies run this motherfucker.
All right. Can you hear me all right, Dion? No, let's see. It'll be about there. Let's put that down there. Cool. All right. All right, so basics. All right, here we go. Can you see my OBS? Can you see my all this stuff here? I have two copies of OBS running, one on my main monitor, one on my secondary. So if you can't hear me, let me know. I can turn my stuff up a bit more. All right, we're going to turn that off. Okay. All right, so when you open it up, this is what you got. You got your OBS, kind of just basic standard nonsense. Hold on, gonna fix my me in the corner creepy a little bit. Well, yeah, I could see that. But I mean, I have my green screen on, so which I'll show you in a second. Because if I actually take the real version that I'm running and I put it up here, you're gonna get this, which is awesome. So I'm gonna try not to do the fourth wall break on the fourth wall break kind of nonsense. But so you have your it's actually easier than you think though. That's the whole thing. Like it some of the keys to streaming are, well, I'm sure you heard about the grind. Like the first 3 months that you do it, you have to do it for multiple hours for ridiculous amounts of time. It's actually kind of hard, but it's very, very worth it if you decide to do it. Let's see. First, let's go over some settings. Okay. So on your settings, I'm going to make sure that I'm not going to show you my stream key. Okay. Yeah. All right. So we got your normal stuff here just under your general. You've got your stream, your server here. Whichever one's closest to you is probably the one that I would choose. You will change this though pretty regularly, depending on which one goes down and which one doesn't. Output. So there's an advanced mode, which is stupid. Don't even screw with it. You're not ready for that yet. Trust me. I've been doing this for 3 years, and I know. Your video bitrate. This is whatever your. So you can look it up online. People will show you, or they'll tell you, like however much you want to stream at. If you want to stream at 1080p, which is useless. You can stream. I think you can stream actually up to 4K, but it's pointless. With my internet, I have 18 up and 18 down. I use a 3000. You could probably, because I'm only streaming in 720, I could probably go down to 2500, if not lower. I'm just using this because of my graphics card. So this is very dependent on your graphics card. If you have a graphics card, or if it's better to run it directly on your CPU. Your audio bitrate, put this as low as possible. You are not. I'm running mine in mono. You're not gonna do anything like crazy with it. It's not gonna do any good. The encoder preset. If I change this around, it will use my CPU less. And that's very God, I can't even remember what your setup was that you had, but yes, you do not want to max out your bandwidth. You do not want to max out your bandwidth, but that will kill your stream in a heartbeat. So the best way to think of your stream is like, it's like when your buddies, or even like when the boys are sitting over at the house, and one of them's playing, the other guys are watching, and they're all sitting there kind of like talking shit and enjoying each other, just kind of having fun, waiting for the next guy to play. That's what streaming is. It's this is my couch. You guys are all here just to hang out. Some of the stuff you'll get more advanced with. You'll figure out, custom encoder settings and stuff. I don't screw with any of that stuff because it runs pretty well on its own. Audio, my sample rate again is, I have that turned down. I don't know why this is on stereo. It should be mono because it's gonna come in mono from my microphone. My mic, we'll go over that in a minute. That's a big thing for you. You're gonna need a mic. I have an extra one here if you need it. So, and then there's push to mute, audio input. There's a bunch of this stuff as you start to get in more. You start getting more stuff down here in your sources. Video. So my base resolution, 1920 by 1080. 1280 by 720 is what I'm streaming at, but the best streaming area is actually to be at 900. It's 900 by something. I can't remember what it is. Summit 1G streams in it, but if you do it at 900, that's kind of the maximum that you can actually get out of Twitch. And then, yeah, this is just for my downscale. So I see everything where this comes into is on my OBS. When I have this thing running, that 1920 by 1080, that's what I see everything in. That's what everything is set up on my screen as, and then it shoots it out at 720. If you screw with that too much, it will mess you all up. Like you're gonna be in a bad way because your OBS will end up with your screen all weird sized and all kinds of stuff. You can do 60 frames if you want. I would probably go more towards the 30. Most people aren't really going to be too excited about 60 frames. If they're watching on mobile, they're not going to want to do 60 frames. But you have to figure out your clientele, who you're talking to. Hotkeys. So I have mine, like if I hit F12, my stream starts, and then I did have, switch to scene, and then my mic mute, so I can just hit this button, and then my mic mutes, so that's real handy, because it broke with the boys or somebody wants to say something to you. If Nikki walks in, just mute it, talk to her, whatever. And then some of the advanced stuff, like, if you're going to render videos, all that, you're not going to mess with any of this stuff. If you are playing a game where you don't want people stream sniping you, you can enable a stream delay, but, all that stuff's pretty advanced. And then as you get bigger and you have to start using VPNs and things to keep people from hacking you or DDoSing you, then your network, you're going to start doing, specific IPs and that kind of stuff. Okay, so that's kind of the basics for the settings on that. You'll fiddle with those a little bit. You'll get better with them. A lot of the guys that are really big, when they're doing the when they're doing their streams and they have all these different segues in and out, and what they're doing is they're using their scenes and they're using hotkeys to trigger scenes. So, like I have on my Logitech on my keyboard here, I have a bunch of G keys, so I could set up those macros to switch scenes if I wanted. Or I have another keyboard over there that has 20 macros on it, macro keys on it. So, but I just want to get what's called a Stream Deck, which little push button deal that does all that stuff for you. All right, so yeah, keyboard and mouse. Actually, the higher end keyboards don't do well. Well, and I'm using a G710 right now, and I have a G15 over there. So, yeah, the G15, the Logitech G15 that's sitting over there it's missing one of the buttons for one of the G buttons, for one of the hot buttons. But you're more than welcome to that one if you want. I can have Nikki drop it off next time she's in town. But you want a quiet keyboard, because otherwise all you're going to hear is this, which is annoying as shit. And then your mouse just needs to be, I'm using an old Logitech or a Death Adder. So yeah, see, and the mechanical keyboards, like I bought this G710 Plus. I was like, yeah, mechanical, it's bitching. This thing's loud as hell. It's great, but man, is it loud. So, okay. So let's see. So once you actually like hit your stream, hit go, you'll see down here in the bottom, down over here, shows you like your CPU usage, 60 frames, whatever. That one doesn't say live on it, but if I pull this one over, this one shows right down here in this bottom corner your kilobytes, and it's green. So right now it says dropped frames 0.0. I've been live for 20 minutes. My CPU usage is 6.4, 30 frames per second. And this is my upload speed. I'm right at about 3,000 and it's green. As long as you don't drop frames and you're green, you're golden. It's when you start dropping a bunch of frames, then it'll start going, you start getting sketchy. It's stupid. Okay. And yeah, so just so you could see this, Deanna, look, you see all of the stuff that I'm running in here, like image 3, like what is that one? Is that one? Yeah, I'll figure that one out. But like browser source, you see it highlights up here, audio input capture, browser source 5 is up here. So let's see, can I make this so it's a little bit easier to... Yeah, and most of that stuff I just got like on, just Googled it, and there's a bunch of free shit that's out there that I'm using. Okay, so you see how when you type, so like I'll type something right now. You see how it comes up there in the corner? It says hi. So if I click on that, this little box, or no, this is a different one. This says how many people are in the stream right now, which is 7. Come on. Nope. Well, one of these things here for the browser source is that, let's see, and why are you... Okay, so there it is. So this is browser source 2. Yeah. Okay, so this is my chat log here, which I keep pretty minimal. And that was a custom command that I had programmed. I'll show you that in a second. But so all of this stuff in here is all stuff that just runs in the background. So like I have display capture, which if I turn that off, there goes my display. So that's the display, like that's my main screen, my big one that you saw. That's this one. game capture, video capture 3. This is my capture card. So this is my capture card for when I'm doing Xbox. So that capture card runs out off the side over here and goes to the Xbox. It's over there. So I can capture another computer or whatever using that. But if I just touch the button down here for this, boop, turns it off. Let's see. Let me see here. So if I turn that on, then what are you guys all staring at? Are you? Okay, so I mean, it's not. You're not. The. So hold on. Let me pull open. So right now, this is what I have. Okay, I'm gonna pull this guy over. We're gonna get rid of that. So RAM's gonna be kind of key for you, to be honest. So this is what my current setup is running at the moment. Like with this running 2 sets of OBS, and I don't have all my RAM in my computer. Took 2 sticks of it out. I'm having some issues with my memory speed at the moment, so I'm bottlenecking on memory speed. So I'm trying to troubleshoot that. But my CPU is pretty heavily used at the moment. My memory is 50%, which it runs on for everything. This is my main disk here. These are a couple of the other disks that I have in there. This is, one of my third ones, one of my backups. My Wi-Fi, so it's running it pretty heavily on my CPU, and so my 980 that I have in there is what I run most of my games on. If I have a CPU intensive game, I'm kind of screwed. But let's see, my memory. Yeah, see, my memory's supposed to be running at like 2400 megahertz, and right now it's running at 1333. So it's not running at the correct speed. I gotta figure that one out. But okay, so kind of gone through all that crap. So when you go into, you got your scenes. You can set up your scene. Like one of my scenes is the very first one that you came into. It's just that screen. There's nothing really there, just that screen. Then I have scene that, yeah, that one. So that's one of my scenes there. This is my main screen. That's what I'm capturing there. Or this, I just set this one up so you could see it. But you mess with your scenes first, and then you come over here to sources. So you're going to come and add, audio input, audio output. That stuff's pretty self-explanatory. The browser source, we're going to get into that in just a second, because that's where you get that little thing where you type something and it came up there. That's where that comes from, is a browser source. Game capture image. So this let's see. If I pull this guy back over here, this little guy right here, and we'll see. Can we? Yeah, we'll get rid of the infinity wall there. This little guy right here. This is just an image that I have loaded. So, my whole my whole thing is kind of set up around Boba Fett. So that's where this little image, she's always tucked away in a corner, just kind of hidden, and it's just scaled to whatever. that's that guy. All these, like the video capture device. Oh, nice. That'd be cool. Uh, that's me. So that's my webcam right there. Browser source 2, that's what you're talking on. Image 2, that's the little Boba Fett down there. Browser source up here. So if anybody were to, let's see, where are you? No, I don't want that. I want, oh yeah, Streamlabs. Yeah. So there are a couple of tricks with streaming that make this very easy. Number one, webcam. It doesn't really matter what you look like. Obviously, if you have boobs, it's better, but webcams make it easier. You want to have a webcam. If you don't, there are plenty of really doing well streamers that don't. Whatever. It's not a big deal. Don't don't worry about it. But yeah, you're gonna want to get a webcam if you can. Doesn't have to be anything expensive. I'm using a C910, which is one of the higher ends. It's like a HD guy. But you definitely need a mic, which I've spent way too much money on mics. I don't know why. I don't know why I brought that over. Let's bring this back over here. Like that. Okay. So yeah, that will. Okay. Yeah. All right, that'll work. Let's see. So, this box that I was talking about that's up here, if I go, let's see, alert box. So whenever somebody was to, like if I were to say, if you were to, let's see, if you were to subscribe, that's what you're going to see. Okay, that got a little weird. Yep. Okay, so yeah, that's what you see, and then you can see up here this little browser source. That's another one that I plugged in. That's another one of these little guys down here. If somebody follows, there you go. Somebody donates. Somebody hosts me. That'd be awesome if somebody actually did that. That'd be bitching. I'd be so happy. And this one's new, so the raid, like, I don't even know if they have something for that. They have it? Yeah, they show they do, but it's, or if somebody hits me with some bits there, but if I move this, and I have this hidden behind me, but yeah, let's see, let's test it again with some more bits. Yeah, see this little guy, then they fall down into here. Normally this thing is over here and this guy's, down here, whatever. But it's just a matter of getting all the stuff kind of layered in there. You add in the browser source. Now I'll show you, and I'm going to try to do this without because I've been so sick, I haven't been on for for a hot minute, but all right. So let's see. This is gonna show. Okay, so it's all right. So okay, we're gonna pull this guy over. So this is Streamlabs. So Streamlabs is a this is your one and all. This is your whole thing. This is what it's about right here. So you have your MooBot, you have your all your other stuff. Oh crap. But Streamlabs is what it is all about. I just want to make sure I'm not gonna show any of my not gonna show any of my goodies. Hold on. Okay, here we go. Okay, so Streamlabs, uh, this will show you. This is where you get all of your like. Oh God, it's got everything. It's got wish list. You can set up a wish list that people can see. You can, spin wheels. You can set up all this stuff here, and they have widgets. That widget is what you add down there into your browser source. So, uh, like my donations, all that stuff, my like all of this stuff, my subscribers, the everything that's in here is it's called Streamlabs. Um, so this is where all of your stuff comes from. Um, your it shows you like your you can this is where your jar comes from. So like you can change your jar for bits. What is this? This is new Stream Boss. Oh yeah, so this guy here, uh, become a boss in your channel by interacting with streams, works with tips, follows, and subscriptions. Like, so there's little things like that, like little games and stuff that you can load in. Um, some of the integrations for different stuff. Like, yeah, we don't want to show that one, but this will have all your cheer and all it just has everything in it, and that posts everything onto your stream. So that's where all of your like these guys here, the cup that's back here, like all of this stuff comes from there. When somebody let's see, when somebody where's it if somebody subscribes and you get this here, like that is set up in that program, and it's kind of doubling up, and I'm not sure why, but that's probably because I have two of these guys open. But yeah, like all that stuff is set up in there. This guy up here. Well, and that's the thing is you don't want shit overdone. You don't want it to be in front of everybody. Like, you don't want it to. I'm relatively new. I don't have that many subscribers, so it doesn't make any sense for me to have a small, little tucked away thing like that. Like I kind of want it to be a big deal. Somebody subscribes, but as you get bigger, some of the guys that have 10,000, 30,000 subscribers, their subscription thing is just this little tiny bar at the top, like little tiny bar at the top. It all depends on how people react to it, and that's what you kind of have to pay attention to. In all honesty, like you got to really, really pay attention to that. If you go through and actually take the time to set up your Streamlabs, get it set up, that program will do it all for you. Like it's the easiest. It's, you can set up alert profiles. I don't even use it to 1/10 of its potential. Like it's huge. All right. So, and that's where like this little guy comes from. This guy here, like if I blow him up real big, like these are little Boba Fett's. These guys right here are these little tiny guys. So you can add in all these different little like, your character models, all that stuff. Like that's all in there. That's where all this stuff comes from. And if you take the time to set it up right, it looks professional. It's more seamless. It doesn't, you give people the credit that's due. You don't want to look like a dick that's unappreciative. Like if somebody gives me money, I'm super stoked about it. Like I don't care if it's $1 or what, but if somebody thinks I'm doing a good enough job to subscribe, even follow, like I'm jazzed about that. So yeah, like you won't hear any complaints from me ever, but I also want to give them their dues, Now my dashboard for my Twitch is going to look a little different than yours because I am an affiliate, so like I have subs and all that. But so when I'm going to bring this guy over here. And let's see. Okay, so now you can see when I have this up, this is where all of my stuff is at for communities, titles, stream information, all that stuff. My chat is there, vodcasts I can set up, how many viewers, like how many sub points I have this month, like all that stuff is built into here for me. And then I have things like revenue, extensions. Like some of the extensions that I have are the latest follower there, and then I have like a Destiny 2 armory. There's one here for Streamlabs. There's a bunch of them, like gear on Amazon. Just Spotify if you're running Spotify. There's a bunch of crap in here that you can link in, and it puts little things on your channel that kind of like that show you what you're doing, gives people things to do. Like there's this one that I have. If you see, it doesn't show it up here, but it does show it on the other, like on the actual chat. But it says want to play a game. So like if you go in my chat right now and type in !roulette, you'll see what I'm talking about. So type it in there and you'll see what the deal is. But this program here is a program called, see, and you survived, and it will change. It will actually kill you. But that is a program called MooBot. So there are a couple well-known bots for channels. Let me see if I go to MooBot and let me Let me see. I need to connect him real quick. Okay, so now I'll bring this guy over. So this is MooBot. This is, you can set up custom commands. Thanking people, ones for Twitter, questions that people ask all the time. Oh, hold on. There. Games. Hype, IP, music. This is all stuff that people ask on a regular basis in the stream, and it's annoying sometimes. Because you'll have, I've had the last couple streams have had like 50, 55 people in them, and you'll get people, if you're playing Minecraft or something, they'll ask for the IP. So you have something for that. You've got, people used to ask me, hey, what kind of turntable is that? What's your controller? Blah, blah. So, you just set up all of these like little quick commands so that you or your mods can actually use them. And I actually need to change my mod list because I haven't seen any of my mods around in a while. But yeah, and like it has your chat here. There are sub emotes that you can grab from that and use in your channel. Like, so there's a lot of stuff that you can do in here, but with a bot in your channel, this is the key, is right there. Your spam filters, you can set it up so regulars kind of get noticed so that when they post something in your channel, their name comes up, like it'll be a different color, stuff like that. But using a bot to moderate your channel, so if somebody comes in and starts saying things that are racist or whatever, you can ban them, you can time them out, that kind of stuff. Because if you're not familiar with the terms of service for Twitch, become familiar with them because they're kind of sticklers about it. Let's see. And just getting all the stuff set up in your channel correctly for the, it takes a long time to get all that alert box. But once you do it, then it's done. Like, it's all set up. It's in there. MooBot is in, and you have to make MooBot a moderator. So like if you go into my viewer list right now, moderators, there's MooBot and there's myself. It should show that I'm the broadcaster, but it doesn't. But yeah. Now, some of the quirky little things about Twitch. If you don't have a lot of people in your stream, the quality of the stream, it will only let you broadcast at source. It will only let me broadcast right now at 720 because I don't have that many people in my stream at the moment. None of the people that normally watch me want to watch this in real life. So it, like, until you get, 40, 50 people in here, you're not going to get a difference in your stream, what you're uploading at. That's why doing it at 720 or something is kind of a big deal, because then the people are watching on, they're on their phone. It makes it easier for them to watch it if they're just watching via, Verizon or Sprint or whatever. Let's see. So you got all that. All right. Next, let's see if we pull that up. All right. So I'm going to see. I'm going to pull this guy back over here again. Okay. So you'll also notice, like, I have my video capture device 3 on there. That's my Elgato capture card, which is what this says, no signal. The video capture device, that's like my microphone here, but I have that turned off. My mic here, do I have any filters on it right now? Yeah, so I have a noise gate that I'm running on it currently. This noise gate it keeps kind of some of the background stuff away. But you can set up noise gates. You can set up, compressor gain. Let's see. Okay, we gotta wait for him to come back. Who else is in here tonight? Let's see. I don't know if I recognize any of those names that are in here. Oh yeah, what is my... Let's see, where is that? Wonder where'd that go? Sorry guys, I'm looking around awkwardly. I've got my microphone kind of in my way in a weird spot over here. You're not in there, are you? No. There you are. The next one that I need to set up as a command is this one. That is you can sub to me from your phone. So that one's pretty legit. Twitch just gave me that one. So I actually need to get that set up as a command. Well, I think our buddy might have... He's not feeling too well, so... He might have to go. Let's see. Let's see. So we'll do... What else could we maybe want to tell him? So we went over the noise gate for the microphone. Oh yeah. So we'll show the... First, we need to drink water. Yeah. First, we need to drink water. All right. Now, let's show the green screen. So if we... Yeah, so this here is my camera. Go to properties. That will bring up this gigantic picture of me. Which, God, that's freaky. What is this? What is that? What we got going on here? Need to get my hair cut. Oh, I didn't put that down again, did I? Let's see. We need to get rid of that. And then that. There it is. I'm watching my OBS, what I'm actually showing you guys on this other screen, because this is a little tricky. Okay, so we have, this is all the normal stuff for, configuring. You can configure this. If I slide this off over here, you can zoom in, zoom out, and mine actually is not zoomed in all the way because of my green screen. Autofocus, we don't, no, autofocus is dumb. But you can go into advanced and change some of the lighting and, anti-flicker, all that stuff. But now we don't shoot. Oh, what? Okay, there we go. All right. So, but that's just if you click on this and hit properties. We go to filters. That's where we come up with the chroma key here. So this is, if I hide this, there's my green screen. I have LEDs that line my main 40-inch monitor right here. I have two LEDs at the top. So there's an LED there and there. And then there's an LED there and there. And then on the far outsides, here and here, there's an LED as well. So there's those shining. And then on the ceiling, directly above me, I have a diffuser panel that is right there at an angle. And the light hits my diffuser panel and just kind of casts a warmer tone on me. That's why I look a little bit orange, because I don't have that on at the moment. So we'll turn that back on. Boom. There we go. So that's where the green screen comes into. You have to play around with it. And actually, my green screen, let's pull up in the filters. So this, instead of spending $100, $150 on Amazon for a green screen, this is actually just green fabric from Walmart. I think I spent $25 on it, maybe. I have a cabinet that's over here, like a big stand-up wall cabinet that's right over here, and maybe we can pan. Yes, so you can see the wall cabinet there. That is with all my stuff. There's one of the LEDs. But yeah, so there's a wall cabinet there that it's tucked into the door. It's like pinned into the door, so it can hide potentially if I need it to. And then over here, it's actually, that is a mic stand that it is attached to there. See my light and crown molding and everything. And then there's a set of turntables, and I have a little monitoring laptop right there, a little Surface Pro that I use for monitoring in there. But yeah, this hides all the stuff, so I don't have to keep the room super clean. And there we go. But yeah, I mean, that's just Walmart fabric. Like, there's nothing special about that fabric. So you can get it at Walmart. It cost me like $25. You can get it at any fabric store, I'm sure. And it, the main key is lighting. That's kind of that's kind of the pain in the butt for chroma key is lighting. It takes so long to get the lighting correct on these things that when you finally do get it, you just don't want to screw with it ever. But let's see. So we got that. So there's that. And I'm gonna move my mic. It's gonna make some noise, but I'm gonna show you guys the mic anyways. So hold on. No, I don't want to delete that. Let's see. Okay, so now I'm talking behind my mic, but I use a Blue Spark microphone. Hold on. Okay, so I'm using a Blue Spark microphone, and I'm using an extra pop filter to help with the P's and S's, because I do tend to enunciate my P's and S's a little harder. That little pop filter have, sorry, anybody wearing headphones? That one doesn't work as well as I would hope. So that's why I have this extra one in there. But I'm also not right up on my microphone because I talk a little bit louder. I have my microphone off camera where you guys don't get to see it. So kind of keep things clean. But I use this. It is an XLR microphone. So what I have over here is a let's see. Let's see if we can. I'll show you guys what I use for my interface to get my sound into my computer. Okay, yes. This is what I use to get that sound into there. So this is a Shure XTU XLR to USB microphone. I don't want to see that. Microphone signal adapter. XLR goes in here, USB goes in here, and it does have. You could plug your headphones into it if you want to see that one, but you can adjust your mic. I don't use a soundboard at the moment. I do have two soundboards, which I need to get in. I need to set up again for music and things like that. But yeah, super easy. Only $100. Wasn't too bad. That's what I use for getting my sound from my microphone into there. So hold on. Okay, so now that I put my microphone back without blowing out anybody using headphones, so that's the keys for the green screen, lighting. Cannot express that enough. And then just an XLR to USB. There are some good beginner microphones like the Blue Icicle, or I mean the Blue Snowball, or the Yeti. The Blue Yeti is a really, really good one. Those are direct to USB. There is no XLR. Me being a DJ, I like the XLR microphones. This Blue microphone, I got a screaming deal on it on eBay, so that's the only reason why I bought it. But it's a little sensitive for me because it is a Cartoid, or is it a Super Cartoid? I can't remember. I want to say it's a Super Cartoid. It's a super sensitive microphone. It is supposed to have noise cancellation on the back of the microphone. It doesn't do as well as I'd hope. I'm waiting to get a, is it a Shure S58 or S55? No, S58 are the little handhelds that I have. The S55. It's the big podcasting, like they use it in radio stations. That's the one that I want to get, because that one actually has a lot of noise cancellation, so I wouldn't have to use the noise gate for that. But yeah, I'm gonna see if I can't post this to YouTube, so that if anybody is interested, oh, wrong way. If anybody is interested, they can actually watch it via YouTube. But yeah, we'll see. If you have any questions, you can either shoot me a message on Twitch, which if you're watching this on YouTube, link will be down below, or you can shoot me just a DM on Twitch if you're watching this on Twitch on one of my VODs. So yeah, hope it was informational. Hope it helped. Dion feel better. And if anybody, let's see, we're going to, let's see, I'm looking for, hold on. No, don't. There, I believe this is. Yes. Yeah, here we go. All right. So, what we need is this gentleman right here that I just posted in chat. This is the guy that everyone needs to go follow. So twitch.tv ZooKing with it's XXZUKING XX. So if you can click on this link, there's his name right there. Look him up. He's only got 4 followers, guys. We need to get him more. We want to get this guy partnered. Really good guy, good buddy of mine. So, yep. Hope this helped. I'll catch you guys later. Talk to you soon. See ya.